Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I am so sorry. I just got really hungry, so I went to eat. But yeah, sorry for the 5-minute delay. I appreciate you guys. I am here. I'm waiting for you, waiting for this one. I'm waiting for Xiaoan. Where is he? Did bro forget? I didn't forget. I'm sorry. I definitely wouldn't forget. I'm not gonna post something and be like, "Oh yeah, just kidding. I'm not gonna do it." Ha 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 ha. No, of course not. Let me put up the post though. Let me quickly pull those up. So let's share my screen though while I'm here. Da, da, da. Here you go. How does that look? Okay, cool. So Nico Moreno, he posted about it first. Oh, did I pass by it? No, no, no. I think he posted. So it's through this thread that Paulo Alves posted that's just going viral. Obviously, it's in Portuguese. But Sounders, it seems like the Fluminense, the team in Brazil, are going hard in the paint to make this Léo Chú deal happen. Oh, by the way, welcome everybody that just got into the stream. I ran a little bit late. I apologize for that, but welcome, welcome. Hello, it's Tacos Kid. Welcome, welcome. But so Fluminense are going hard in the paint to make this deal happen. Apparently, I don't understand. Like, so Nico Moreno basically translates it and like kind of summarizes it. So reports here say that Fluminense were willing to pay $4 million for 90% of Léo Chú's player rights, but once offer was presented, Sounders did not give the Brazilian side a response in time. So they're pulling out of the deal. They're playing very ruthless to get. Yeah, it's not we rejected it. We just were super hesitant about it, which I think is fine. And then House of Sounders, they basically put out a really, I don't know, I guess in Paulo's tweet, he talks a little bit about, I guess Léo Chú as well is cool with going. Like, his party. I mean, to be fair, throughout all these rumors, it's by the sounds of it, seems like his party is the one that's egging on this deal. They're the ones that are like, oh, he wants to go. There's this and that. Like, they're the ones who are adding the spice to the little flames to the fire. And as well, it looks like he's already apparently agreed a 3-year contract. Like, he's agreed personal terms. So there's a lot of ways to look at it. This is how I look at it anyway. You know, if we're getting decent money, but Jeremiah O'Shane did say, I want to add this point in as well before I make my point. So Jeremiah comes in, big boy Jeremiah, Mr. Number One reporter. So he's saying that the 4 mil would be break even apparently for how much we paid for Chu. Obviously, the 4 mil would be break even for Chu, but I believe that would be the highest player, highest ever sold player the Sounders would have is this 4 mil because Obo is close to 3. So this would be the highest. We would break even with Chu. The issue as well with Chu, here, let me blow it up. Issue as well with Chu is that he's a free agent after next season. So realistically, and I believe we have an option for him. So realistically, Chu would have to hit the same numbers, which was about 5 goals, 7 assists. So about 12 goals contributions. He would have to at least hit 12 goals plus. And he would have to hit 12 goals plus for us to be able to make more money on him in regards to, then it would make it worth it for us to exercise his next option, like another year on him, and then sell him for that 5+ ish that we're really looking for. Dave, I just read that the Léo Chú deal fell through. What do you mean? Who posted about it? If you could tell me, I'll quickly put it up right now. Let me know. I didn't think I saw anything on it. With Cristian, Jordan, and De La Vega ahead of him, we should sell him if they're offering 4 mil. What up, Jack? I know I saw some of your comments, Jack. I'll go on the tangent about the striker thing after we're done talking about this. But okay, so that would be break even for us. But the thing is, so back to my original point, Léo Chú would have to hit like 12 plus goals and assists. So goals contributions next season for it to kind of be worth it for us to like make that extra money because 4 mils breaking even. But I don't know. That 4 mil would help us out a lot. It would really free up some of the money. It would free up a lot of money because apparently with the Mauricio deal, we offered about what 7 million it was. So imagine if we got an extra 4, then we could offer closer to the asking price that they want for Mauricio. For example, I don't think Mauricio is necessarily end all be all, but he was someone we were close to, so it kind of gives a sample size of how much money the Sounders are willing to pay for another player other than De La Vega. Are you saying the Fluminense's offer for 4 million is low? I don't think that's low. I mean, for Choose production, which we checked out in the last time we talked about this, it's pretty good money, honestly. The thing is, if we sold Choose, the thing is, I think we would do like what we did with Oba. We might have to suffer the first half of the season. Like in 2016, when we sold Oba, like it was kind of last minute. The Oba deal was last minute, and then we kind of struggled without Oba for that first half of 2016, but then we were finally able to reinvest that money in Lodeiro midway through the year. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm not going to say we would suffer to the degree that we did in 2016, but you know, we would be able to at least use that money in the midway point of the season for that point that you were making, Jack, about bringing in a new striker. So that's just something to think about. Because the reality is, so I made this graphic. I'm gonna put it in a tweet for you guys, just because we're already on Twitter. Back. Okay, cool. So let me put it here for you guys. Oh, I already deleted it. My bad. Okay, let me see if I can dig it out from the garbage. 1 minute. So I made this graphic. I didn't make this graphic. I just produced it. Not produced it either. I just made it on a generator website. I'm sorry. I'm so all over this. I'm so tired today, guys. I've been making content all day because today was Iran's game in the Asian Cup. So yeah, that killed me. But okay, here you go. And I'll blow it up for you guys as well. So, oh no, this is pretty well blown up. I'm gonna make a post on this, but ideally, if the season started like tomorrow, this is what I would ideally say our starting lineup would look like. And the thing is, where does Chu the thing is I'm benching Morris in this as well. So where does Chu fit in here? Dude, that's a good point, Jack. I was actually thinking about that. What happened to the Scandinavian guy? I was thinking about the exact same thing. Thank you. I did get a haircut. I've had a few job interviews this week. I don't think it's anything special. They just trimmed off the sides. I think it's a decent haircut, but I appreciate it. If the season started tomorrow, do you guys agree with that? So part of me's thinking if we could break even with Chu and then we could reinvest it midway through the season, I actually looking at this lineup, I don't mind it now. The problem is I say I don't mind it now, but the reality of all these guys being healthy for long stretches of this, like this starting 11 being healthy for long stretches of the season, it's not like that's the problem is every single year we're like Raúl's fit going into the season for the most part. Is fit going into the season. We're like, oh, for all we know, Raúl could turn it around and have no injuries throughout the year. Like, how much of clown shows are we that every single year we say, oh, this year it could be our year and Ruidíaz won't be injured for the entirety of the season. And he's always going to get hurt. I don't want to talk about like that anymore. The thing is, I don't think Reed's going to be fit by the first game of the season. I think Reed and Ragen won't be fit, but I'd still start Nathan over Ragen. No offense. I would personally start Nathan. I think he was pretty good. Yeah, you're trading depth for roster flexibility. Exactly. The thing is, too, even if we got rid of Chu, like I just don't know where does he get in this lineup. No, we sold Yedlin. I have the tweet for it. 1 minute. I'll try to find it for you guys. We posted about it. Let's go to our account. I'll show you guys our highest ever sales. Here you go. That's the Sounders' highest ever sales. This is given from Transfermarkt. I believe Léo Chú's transfer value. Again, I have this. 1 minute. I posted about this. Here you go. This is everyone's transfer value, but this was posted on December 1st, so things could have changed. No, I have to follow up on that. I don't think so. I could quickly look up the MLS bracket challenge. MLS bracket challenge. I don't know. Haven't looked back on that, honestly. I was like, whenever they hit me up, they hit me up. Well, you guys asked some questions. I'll quickly look into that too, because I guess people are curious about it. But for sure, I would start Nathan over Ragen. Okay, I mean, I'm glad some of you guys see my point with the Nathan part. I mean, apparently Nathan's feeling good. I think Brian has been, oh, yeah, okay, here you go. No, it doesn't look like they've divvied up the points. It's still a tiebreaker for first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm still joint top 5 in the bracket thing. If you guys cared, here, I'll share the tab. So you guys can see me right here. Still tied. So, I mean, either way, prize, I'm guaranteed at least this and above. I mean, I don't care. At least it helps me pay for my next year's kit. But that's totally digress. Okay. Back to the main point at hand. Let me read what you guys are saying. JMO lower for me, to be honest. What do you mean, PK? Chu never really fit. Okay, this is Christian. Thank you so much for bringing this up. This was another thing I was going to add on too. Chu doesn't really fit our style. Like he's not like, and he's not a guy like that Brian, like, let's be honest, guys. He's not a guy that Brian really rates. That's the thing. Like since day one, let's be honest, Brian's never necessarily rated Chu like as highly as other guys. And this is the risk we're playing if we don't sell him now. We'd have to hope Chu, as I said, hits 12 plus goals or assists, so goal contributions next year. Then we exercise his deal. That's the minimum he has to hit. 12 plus goals and assists next year. We're expecting him to have a close to double digits goal and assist year. So 10 goals, 10 assists. Like we're expecting that if we don't take this deal now. Because that is the only way this would make sense. Because breaking even is still a huge W in my book. Because I don't think we will make the money back on Chu. I'm going to be totally honest here. I don't think things will get that much better. That much better for Chu. I think it could get a little bit better, but I don't think it's going to get that much better where his value goes from like maybe like 4 million to like 6+ million. You know what I mean? With that $250 gift card, I have a 30% off code. So if you use that, you can get 2 instead for 1. Ah, thank you. That's a good call. I like that. Anyway, we could see his transfer value before last season. I could pull up Transfermarkt. Let me look it up. So I'm going to look up Léo Chú. You guys are just going to have to bear with me. I think there's a way that it shows his value. I think if you click the $sign. Okay, here you go. Yeah, I got it. Nice. It's Taco Kids. Shout out to you. This is a great idea. Here you go. So 2023. Okay, so it looks like 2024. So when we first bought him, he was valued at 1.5. He went up to 2.5, stayed there. Then after last season, went up to about 4 million. But this is Transfermarkt, though, guys. Here, let me blow it up. I apologize. Are we talking about with whole De La Vega will be here by Monday, Tuesday? Is that what we're talking about? If that is it, I've already seen it. I think I listened to Brian's thing this morning. Is it anything other than that? Yeah, I think right now is his peak price. He's never even been worth this much before. So so 4 million. Like Fluminense aren't conning us. Technically, if Transfermarkt is right, this is his base value. And wouldn't we take that as a W, as he was valued when we first bought him at 1.4? So that's almost 4 times the amount that we got him than he was. So do they have to effectively cover both his transfer fee as well as his salary for the past couple of years to recoup enough to be eligible, as well as I don't I mean, I'm not totally sure about the ins and outs. Yeah, I saw that they said they might loan Danny. That'd be so stupid if they do. Just sell one of them. Stop loaning. It's like such a waste. Just sell one of the young midfielders. Just make some money. Why are we wasting our time? Just make a decision. Flog off. Okay, I'll go back on that tangent later. Even in the playoffs, Brian didn't really trust him. He even admitted in his interview today that Chú did bad in the LAFC game. Well, Chú was bad in all of playoffs. Okay, wow. Just tell me what it is. I'm pretty sure it's about De La Vega being here by Monday or Tuesday next week. You can just say it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to rewatch that. I already watched it. I don't think there was any massive takeaway for me there. But yeah, when it comes to Chú, I mean, I think my tweet kind of says it really well. I mean, we kind of talked about it last time. Let me share this tab. I mean, some people disagreed with me. Some people agreed with me. This is how I view it, man. When a big offer came in for Martins from Shanghai Shenhua, the Sounders took the offer with no hesitation. If this report about Fluminense offering 4 million and Chú won, that's the big thing too. If Chú is 1 year out the door with Sounders, like if he's already 1 year, like I want to go to Fluminense, doesn't that kind of ruin maybe his ambitions with us? Like, say if we end up keeping him because we kind of go against what he wants as well. Like, I don't know. It just adds a slight toxic chemistry. But I don't know. That's my opinion. Why has Pedro not been announced yet, though? I don't know either, Jack. It's so weird, this whole thing. And we're talking about him as if he's been signed, but we haven't even announced him. That's what the idea is, Christian, as well, with Pedro de la Vega. It probably is a visa thing, probably, or him coming back as well. He got that slight knock with the youth Argentinian national team. Not going to lie, the De La Vega transfer is great, but this window has been underwhelming from Weibel. Okay, let's actually talk about this quickly. I want to get your guys' take. So, when it comes to this transfer window, to talk about its Taco Kids point, I was looking back on it. I was thinking today a little bit when it comes to the Sounders in this transfer window. It actually hasn't been awful in regards to, I actually really like, after listening to the press conferences, really thinking about it, I like the signings of Bell and Nathan on a free. I think those are W's. Great stuff. Bell's most likely going to be the backup. He's a supplement center back to a supplement left back and a supplement center back to our depth. And I think that's great because he can play left back and he seems willing to play left back and center back. Kind of like a Jalil Anibaba. And I like that. I like Jalil Anibaba. So I like that. I like Nathan because he's an MLS, like a high caliber MLS center back. That's another plus. Negative, we haven't sold Javi yet. Brian doesn't rate him. He's obviously not, we all know why he's not going to be playing really for us anymore. Just sell the dude. Get an offer, sell him. That's a one small negative, in my opinion. We haven't done a good job with that. Positive, De La Vega, to go back to the lineup, to show you guys that again. like, looking at this lineup with adding De La Vega, I think it's good. As long as Raúl stays healthy, I think this is good, and I forgot Rusnák will finally be our 10, which I'm excited about. Then talking about those center defensive midfielders, one problem that I have is we have too many. Now with Leyva back as well. I mean, we have Atencio, we have Kitahara, we have Vargas. I mean, and it's like too many. If we're getting offers, and as well, technically Reed could play there too, but I think at this point he's a right back for us. He's a supplement wing back for us. He's the backup right back mainly, though. Why don't we sell one of the youngsters, like one of those youngsters? Be it, I think the thing is for me, I'm so keen on selling Vargas in a good way, not in a bad way. But there's been those links with Celtic, Wolves, and like things like that, and even just loaning him, just give him the loan. At least then you can play, like, you can at least give Sota minutes. If you're going to hype him up, then you can give him minutes. You can give Leyva minutes, or just sell Danny. I would hate for that to happen, but just sell him. Sell him to a lower tier European team. Sell him to a mid-table MLS team. Because these guys we've seen them all. They all have potential, big potential, but like we're wasting their potential by keeping them. And as well, we're not making any money off of them because technically they were free. We invested in them in the academy days. Let's start making money off of them. You know what I mean? So that's the midfield part. I think De La Vega is a huge plus. Hopefully he'll be healthy and 100% ready come the start of the season. The striker position is the one I want to talk about again a lot more. If we sell Chu, even if we break even, even if we make that 4 mil and it's a break even, I still think it's a huge W because I personally don't think we're going to make any more money than this. This is it, in my opinion. This is the peak. I don't think Chu's going to have like a Carlos Vela-esque season. I just don't see it. I don't think he's that type of guy. And we all know, we can kind of tell Brian, like in the beginning, kind of rated him, kind of didn't, rated him a little bit last season, but now he's kind of, you can see, like, he even said in the recent press conference, he had a stinker against LAFC. I mean, honestly, had a stinker all the playoffs, had stinkers against any of the big teams. He didn't show up in those games. Oh, dude, I totally forgot we got offered that crazy amount of money from Pumas. Shite. Not gonna lie, that seems like a good deal now when you look back on it. But nonetheless, I think if we sell Chu, because like if we play this kind of lineup, be it Raúl as the starting striker or Morris at the starting striker or Morris at the left mid, and we bench De La Vega, whatever it may be, the lineup looks good, but Chu doesn't realistically have a place here, in my opinion, except as a bench warmer. Like, and that means his value is going to go down. He's going to be more unhappy, and he kind of wants to take this big jump playing in the first division in Brazil for a big club that he could be partners with Marcelo on that left-hand side. I get where he's coming from. I get it. But if we sell him, we can reinvest in a striker. We could reinvest midway through. I'm totally cool. I've accepted it at this point. It's like the circle of denial or whatever. Like the first step was denial. I'm at the stage where I've accepted it. We're not buying a striker, but if we sell Léo Chú, it opens up more possibilities for us to buy a bigger striker and more options during Europe's offseason and our midway point. Like, the options for us with that amount of money is huge. Remember the video I already did about strikers at around like just the $3 to $4 million price range? We're talking close to like 7 to 9 mil. That's double what I was talking about. The options will be so much more open for us. So I've accepted it. I'm cool with us having the slight dumpster fire of not having a true striker like option there. Raúl will probably get hurt after the first maybe 10 to 12 games. Jordan will have 1 or 2 big games and then ghost. De La Vega will have his moments and we'll absolutely cream pie ourselves over that. The midfielders will get frustrated that a lot of them don't get minutes. We'll question ourselves why Arreaga still hasn't been sold. And it's like, these are all things we know as Sounders fans will be cycles that will happen. With Weibel, I like some of the stuff we've done. I think there's been some smart business. And in the interview, Brian as well said that they're trying to add some more depth pieces. I don't think we really need any, like, depth. Definitely not in the back line, definitely not in the midfield. Maybe a depth winger, like a Justin Meram, for example, esque winger, a Harry Ship kinda guy. That would be cool because, again, we're playing 4 competitions. The main thing we need is a striker, which I'm okay with us not panicking and just buying one now, instead our options being bigger midway through the season when the European off season's happening. That's just my take. I don't know, do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree? I've accepted that, and if we sell Chu, that's gonna help us out a lot. I mean, it's gonna be around $3 to $4 million. That's a good deal for Chu. But I'm gonna open the floor to you guys. You guys let me know what you think. And by the way, let me know about this lineup. I haven't posted about it yet. I probably post it next week or something. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think is the best scenario? What pieces do you think we still need to add? Because I will say it's a bit underwhelming. I like the defensive a lot. I've reflected on it a lot. I like the defensive pieces. I think they're good. But what do you guys want in general? Maybe not even just in this transfer window, but just in general for this team that you think will make us tick again. It just kind of seems like right now our team is so far away from being a championship winning team in my eyes. Like we've just seen so far away from it since winning the CCL. We just always get knocked out so easily in cup competitions now. That's just my take anyway. Wow, wow, wow. Good night. Good night. Thanks for popping in. We seem to be gearing up for a signing since we just sold 2 international rosters. Yeah. That's true. Move Chu, play the youth, swing by in the summer for a good goal-scoring player. I like that. So similar to what I said, that PK put it in the most simplest terms, crisp and easy. A striker and maybe a cam, but I'll give Rusnák this season to see how it goes since it's his first season playing. Exactly. I'm actually really excited about that. I feel like it's almost a new signing in itself, like actually letting Rusnák play the cam from start to finish. I think that's a good idea because that's what he is a cam, and he seems really happy about it too, based off what I saw. These are CDMs, what I have them in. Yes, two DMs. More technicians. Best teams in the league have so much interchange and dynamic attacking play like Columbus. We have good players for each spot, but there's no smooth cohesion apart from the counterattack. That's true. And I'm sorry for stuttering so much on your question, Joseph. I'm so gassed today. I'm so tired. I've just been working on videos, editing, graphics. I'm gassed. This wasn't in the plan book. I was planning to relax, and I still have a soccer game tonight. But I like that point as well. I think you have a good point. I'm going to take down this. Do you guys want me to keep the lineup up? I'm speaking of Tom Bogert. I'm excited for when that video happens with him. Any final thoughts from you guys before we wrap this up with the signings and whatnot? Danny confuses me. Is he a cam or is he a CDM? He's like an 8. So he's in between what you just said. He's an 8, which we don't play. That's the thing. We've got a great culture, but we need more tactical tricks. Yes, I agree. I do think we have a good culture. I think we have a good coach. I think we have a great system and team and ethos. It just seems like our team is now maybe stagnant is the wrong word, but we've come a little complacent. Like we just don't seem like we're getting any. We're not as ruthless, if you get what I mean, like we used to be under Garth, for example. Like if this happened under Garth, this whole Chu thing, he would have been gone by now. Like this deal would have been wrapped up today, maybe even last week. I don't know. I think so too. I think he might be unhappy. I think every part like, he wants to seems like he wants to go. I mean, it makes sense though. Yeah, lost their edge is a good way to put it. Cause like, I don't like how, like, Brian and stuff, they talk about, "Oh, we were, like, 1 game away from a Western Conference final." Like, and the reality was, like, we didn't deserve to be in the Western Conference final in my eyes. We lost in almost every we lost in the first round slash early rounds of every cup competition. Like, it just doesn't seem like we got that to us anymore. We don't got that. Dude, I know, Maddie, that was a myth, dude. That was like a unicorn season, playing 5 in the back. We don't revert to that at all anymore. We did a little bit in 22 when we got really desperate. I think honestly, Brian and his leadership is stale. Just my opinion. I think a new coach with new ideas would really benefit this team. Sadly, because it's like the 50th anniversary, I didn't think it was going to happen, but I kind of like where you're looking at. Weibel seems to be trying to get every cent he can out of these transfers. Well, by the looks of it, with this Chu one, yeah. The league has progressed, and we've kind of stayed behind a bit compared to the big teams like LAFC, Miami, Columbus. That's true. Yeah, the West felt weak and kind of hit our mediocrity. PK, I really likes the stuff you're talking about. So that's you put it really well. I feel like hit our mediocrity. Because we go on a lot of Brian and people may say like, oh, but we finished in second last year. We were 1 game away from the West. But it's like when you watch every single game, we didn't deserve to be Western Conference finalists. And I don't think we would have beaten that Houston team, even if we were at home. I know we beat them throughout the season, but both times they got a red card, which granted, that's their own doing. But I'm saying with how on form they were, I'm not sure it would have happened. And, like, finishing in second, like, 1 more loss, like, let's say that it went, like, maybe 2 more games longer. The difference of us finishing second and fifth was, like, 1 game. There wasn't much difference between the teams. Like, even if we played KC in the playoffs over a 3-game stretch, I think we might have lost that because they were in such better form than us. Yeah, I miss the old Sounders. Other teams were shit, scared of us in the playoffs. We had that factor. I know, I agree. Total reality is we've been what, 5th in the West. We had no business being in the conference final. Absolutely no threat going forward. We weren't even in the conference final. We're in the conference semifinals. We were winless in like 20 games and still finished second. The West was bad. That's the thing. Like, I don't know why we boast about it. Finishing in second. No one remembers who finishes in second, except for clearly the team who did finish in second. Like, it's not something we should be writing home about. That's like a complacency thing. I think if we sell Chu, I think it could be a possibility of a big statement. If we sell Chu, I feel like we're going to use that money come midway through the season and buy the striker. I have a feeling this could be like a 2016 arc. Not as bad as like how we started in 2016, like we were one of the last place teams. But in regards to us realizing, oh shit, maybe Ruidíaz and Morris weren't the moves to play at striker, we buy that striker. I hope maybe we get this Chu deal done. I kind of hope we do. Chu wants to go. We're getting a decent amount of money for him. I don't think we'll get anything more. We're already bringing in De La Vega. I'd like us to just announce De La Vega, because the thing is, in these press conferences, we're talking about De La Vega as if he's a player for us, but we haven't even announced him. Fabrizio Romano's the only one who's announced him. That's the thing. I think Frei is old. We need to. Well, it looks like we're stuck with Frei for at least 2 more years, this year and next year. That's no question, sadly. We can't really talk about that. Going off note here, but what do you think of Vela potentially going to the Galaxy? I think that'd be hilarious. I don't like Vela. He's one of my least favorite players in the league, personally. Even the playoff performance wasn't great. We just got by Dallas and didn't do much against it. Exactly. Yeah, sell Chu and get the game changer in the summer. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm accepting. I'm cool with us doing that. I don't mind suffering the first, because realistically, like I would love to see us win the Supporter Shield. I think it's a cool trophy to win. We've only won it once. I'd like us to win it. We were close in 2021, but we really folded. We really, really folded. I'd love us to have a great season from start to finish, but the right formula realistically is being good at the end of the season. And I don't mind if we have to suffer the first half. We don't get many players in the MLS All-Star game to do that. I don't really give enough shits. I'd rather just see us do well in playoffs. I'd rather see us win Open Cups. I'd rather see us, I don't really care that much about Leagues Cup, but like put up a better performance than we did last time out. Want us to, when we play in Club World Cup 2025, we actually get out of the group. We actually make a statement in that tournament. That's the things I'm just thinking about, guys. Because we can't forget, we have a lot of big tournaments on the horizon. It's a huge opportunity for the Sounders to really make their names global and like really make a statement for MLS and for how much work we've put in since 2009. Really start putting in really talented, similar to what Miami's doing. Their team is just cracked everywhere. Crazy cracked because they're putting crazy amounts of money into their team. I want us to do, not necessarily, we don't have to buy Messi and shit like that, but you guys get what I mean? We're like, we have a good stacked team where we can compete with the South American, Asian teams in that 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. That should be a great objective for us. Our goal is for when 2025 hits around, we're going into that Club World Cup to make it to the latter stages of the tournament, to play against your Inter Milans, Real Madrids, Chelsea's, Bayern Munich's. I don't know. It's just something I always keep thinking about. I keep always going back to that. Because if we don't start now, it's a year and a half away. Not even a year and a half, just like a year. So I will say we are lucky in terms of our overall finish in the league. Aside from last season, but we need to make new memories now. I agree. In my opinion, we are the standard in MLS in terms of overall success, but we need to keep it going. Exactly. Because at some point, someone's going to surpass us. Other teams are working 2 times harder to get to where we're at while we're working at snail's pace. I just don't see Chu getting many minutes, even off the bench. Brian tends to make the late subs. Yeah, that's the thing, too, with De La Vega. Thing is, fans were, like, really pressed at me about saying that next season there's a good chance. I said possibly Chu would be a bench warmer. And they're like, are you stupid? I'm like, but, like, when you look at the lineup I built, realistically, Roldan's probably going to play on the right and De La Vega is going to play on the left. I mean, we're not spending $7 million on a guy like De La Vega to bench him. We're gonna play him in his strongest role, which is left wing / left mid. That's the thing. Get some silverware this year. If anything, go for the Open Cup and stop slipping on stupid banana skins. I know, Joseph. I totally agree. We've been getting knocked out in the early rounds of the Open Cup constantly. We have not made a deep run in that competition for ages. The thing is, I would give players like Reed and Danny and Josh a real chance. I rate them. No, the thing is, I rate them as well, Jack. But if we're not gonna play them, just sell one of them. Do the Brendan Aronson thing, like for example with Obed, sell him to Wolves or Celtic or whatever, and then when he makes bigger moves for more money, we still get money as the sell-on clause. You know what I mean? Get Griezmann, bro. I was watching the Captains of the World documentary. Oh my god, it was so great. I was surprised Iran got a segment in it. I was so excited about that. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit, we got a segment in this. But yeah, every time Griezmann got pointed, I kept telling my girlfriend, that guy likes the Mariners. We could get him. I kept saying that to her. It's just funny. So he'll get 20 to 30 minutes to produce goal and assist, and that's just to keep his current value. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's unrealistic expectations. I miss Garth. I'll continue to say it. Look what he's cooking at Atlanta. Seriously, they're going to be a very, very good this season. And before he took over the job, their roster was in shambles. Dude, Timbers are low-key having a madness. Crepeau, Kamal Miller, possibly Lingard, a new striker. Oh, and they're still keeping Evander. I'm worried about the fact that Inter Miami is like a super club in MLS. If we get to the finals, how are we gonna beat them? If I wouldn't think too much about Miami. I know it sucks, but they are a super club. But let's not compare ourselves to Miami. I just like using them as an example, but they're not my main example. Kamal Miller would have been a player I wanted, and even Crepeau if we didn't have Steph. Yeah, I agree. I think those could have been 2 players we could have gone again if we didn't keep Steph. I agree. I would loan Obed. Hopefully he performs. Yeah, exactly. But I mean loan Obed to a big club is what I mean. I'm not loaning him in MLS. Loan him to a European, Europa League, Europa Conference team. Not gonna lie, Portland has had a decent offseason. Good thing their coach is pretty. I know. I was talking to some of the Timbers fans about that. I pray we beat the Timbers. The thing is no matter how good or bad the Timbers are, we still can't beat them. That's the worst part for me. They've been shit for 2 years and we still can't beat them. Shambolic. I find it funny how Griezmann likes the Mariners. Out of all base, I know my girlfriend was asking me the same thing. Why does he like the Mariners? I was like, I don't know. I don't get it either. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna end the live here. I still have to work on a few graphics. For all of you that are here, I do have, I'm going to make the post soon about it, but I do have an exclusive interview coming out with Alexi Lawless. And if you guys want to ask questions for Alexi, join the Discord server. Join the Patreon. It's free. Click the link. It's in the description. Click the join for free. You'll see the post on Patreon where I make it, and I'll be like, drop your guys' questions. And I'll even send you a link to the Discord. I'm doing it for free for the next month. As soon as you guys join, you get to play around with the Discord, the Patreon for a month. And even if you guys don't like it, you're not going to get charged. You're just not going to be able to participate in any of the stuff. So for sure, guys, I would appreciate it if you guys join that. As well, we'll have Tom Bogert. We're going to have Thiago as well, who's been breaking the Brazilian report. That's been breaking all the news, who's reporting a lot of this Léo Chú stuff. Hopefully Jimmy Conrad as well. I'm working on that one. I mean, there's some great stuff that's going to be happening. A few former Sounders players. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to be a part of that video with Alexi Lawless, asking him some questions, it's going to be Sounders mainly, and a little sprinkle of MLS stuff with him. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lexi's a big character. So if you guys want to do that, in the description down below is the Patreon. Join that. You get a free link to the Discord where I make those announcements as well. You can comment on what you guys want to ask him as well. I think it's a cool thing. It's a cool perk. So yeah, make sure to do that, guys. Thank you so much for everyone in the live. If you're watching this post live, I appreciate you guys. Make sure to like this, and more lives to come. This is fun. I'm going to be doing videos. I'm going to try to pump out videos every Tuesday. It doesn't have any relevance if any like breaking news comes out or anything. Every Tuesday, I'm going to be dropping a video on the channel. I've decided that. Either it's going to start this Tuesday or the following Tuesday. I just have a slate of job interviews this next week or so. But yeah, every single Tuesday, there will be a video out on the channel, Sounders/MLS related. So yeah, boys and girls, I hope you'll have a lovely day.